All right, so we are live. This is going to be a live stream recording, and we're going to be talking about this hand massager right here. I want to go ahead and use it in action. And the purpose is this is going to work in 15-minute increments. So I already recorded a video on the channel about this one in black. This is the white model. So links in the description. Go ahead and we're going to do a full live breakthrough on how to use this massager. I really enjoy it. It has really helped me out. You're going to notice that with this one in particular, your fingers can stick out. That's fine. I purposely like to have them just a little bit more tucked in so the tips of my fingers can get a lot of circulation. And I see people are starting to come in to the live stream. So we'll give you a second to come in and we'll just discuss how this is going to work. Ideally, what the goal of this is going to do is it's going to increase circulation, blood flow, oxygen. This is really good for people if you have maybe carpal tunnel, arthritis, which are a couple things that my doctor has talked to me about for myself. I use my hands a lot. I still teach music lessons on the weekends. I also still do hands-on work with patients. So this is going to be something you're really going to want to hopefully have in your repertoire to help heal your hands, particularly if you're going through any sort of hand pain. There's a lot of different settings on here. Now charging it takes a USB-C. I have a USB-C scattered all over the house, so it's really easy for me to charge it. I just plug it in. You're looking at about an hour maybe to get it to fully charge. It is something you're gonna have to charge quite often. I charge it quite a bit of times, and it's not a hassle so much to charge it more than the battery drains a little bit faster than I would like in a perfect world. That said, I can get about 4 uses out of it before I notice I have to charge it. If you are undercharged, there is a risk that it can turn off completely. That's normal and that's to be expected. So don't worry so much about that happening. If it happens, it doesn't mean that your device is dead or it's a bad device or faulty device. It just means that you probably need to give it a charge. Keep an eye on the charge. Settings wise, so you have an option vibration, which I like. I have it on every single time. You also have an option of heat. Another thing that I like and I have on every time. So keep in mind those two options there. Let's take a look and make sure everything's going smooth. It looks like we are good. Now, when you use the settings, you're looking at about 6 different intensities and 6 different program settings. So you have program 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you have 6 different intensities. So you're looking at 6 by 6 or about 36 different types of settings that you can place it on, which is fantastic. So keep that in mind when you have this. When you're done, you are going to see a little bit of print on your fingers. You're going to have, I'm going to see if I can put this in towards the camera and then I'll have to autofocus. If you can't see in here, that's fine. I know I'm trying, but there's going to be there we go. You see these little dots right there? Should be your left. So those dots are going to be those are going to be the imprint that you're going to find when you have your hand in it. When you're done with the hand massager, you're going to have that imprint on your hand, probably about 15 minutes. It's not going to be on a whole lot of time. The more the intensity, the higher, the stronger the vibration and the pull, the more you're going to have a deeper imprint on your hand. Again, it's going to go away in about 15 to 20, maybe 20, 30 minutes at the most. Okay, now that we have everyone in the chat, I want to remind you to like the video, please. Yes, make sure you're liking the video. Also, make sure that you are subscribing to the channel. So I'm going to have my little messengers make sure to remind you to do all those, and we're going to get started. Here we go. Like the video. Let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to place the hand in just like this. And you can do either hand. I'm going to do both. For this live stream, keep in mind this is going to be 15 minutes for me to do this. So I'm going to do it in the right hand, and then maybe in the future, we can do it on both. Maybe in the future, I might have one for each hand at the same time. Let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to see if I can do it all without looking so you can see everything I'm doing. It's turned off. Hit the middle button. Hit that. Hit that. We are good to go. I feel the vibration. Now we're going to go to program number 1 and intensity, the highest. And I do want to see this. So you can see here, program number 1, and here, the highest intensity. And it's going to do a good job of not just squeezing my fingers, which you can see right in here, but it's also going to grab my wrists soon and squeeze those. So we're going to let it do its thing. It's going to take 15 minutes. So let's just hang out and talk a little bit about why you these type of massages, what they can help with, what the goal is, and what we're trying to accomplish. So, if those who have just gotten into live chat, see now there's about 220 of us. Thanks for being here. What we're doing with this hand massager and what we're doing in real time is trying to massage out my hand. This is going to help with the blood flow and circulation. When I was having hypoglycemic episodes and I was really experiencing tingling in my fingers, I was having a bit of a circulation problem. My doctor noticed it right away and was able to help me with that. Now, fixing my blood sugar was pretty helpful for me. Getting some food in, some carbohydrates, some fruits, some complex carbs was really helpful for me. In the event that you're having pain, there's certain holistic things that you can do to kind of help ease some of those symptoms. And one of them is massage. Massage, particularly things like Swedish massage, can be very light and abrasive and a nice way for you to get circulation going up and down your arm, maybe your shoulders, your back, anywhere that you really are having some of these issues, right? So keep that in mind that massage is one of the more capable items on the list that you can do. It's always hard to massage yourself, though. Some people can massage themselves by just simply working on their neck or their shoulders. That's an option. But another thing that you can do is get a device that can help you out. And that's where we have this. I'm going to move the camera a bit. So this is one of the more helpful things that I have. And again, it's grabbing my arm right now and my wrist. I feel it. I'm going to try to move the camera while I have this on, which is going to be difficult. I might not be able to make it happen, but that's okay. And we're just going to keep this on my hand. This is the white version. The white version does a great job of really breaking down what's going on. What I do want to do as well is I want to go into an incognito window and share the screen and show you in real time on screen what some of these benefits are so you can read them with me. So let's go ahead and get ready to go to that incognito window. Again, if you want to pick this up, the link in the description, make sure you pick it up by going to the description and looking in the link, and you'll be able to find this device. And I'm going to share the screen right now so you can see with me in real time what some of these benefits are, and you can read them off with me as I go ahead and discuss them with you. Okay. And it looks like we got the screen share right there. Here we go. So we're looking at the Lunix LX3. Again, this is a portable device. You can take this anywhere. I take this to work with me. Often I use it in the car as I'm driving, which has been a lot of fun. Let's make sure. Let's see. It looks like I got some sort of issue going on there. We're gonna close that. I don't want to close our live stream, so I have to be careful. Looks like we're good. You guys are hanging tight. Very good. Now, with this cordless hand massager in the 6 levels, that's what we're paying attention to. You're looking at a price point of around $116. That's not too bad. It's actually pretty good for a price point. Battery powered. When we say battery powered, it is batteried by the USB-C. Yeah, I've seen this go down to $100. I would hold off and wait for it to go down to $100. If you do something like a pay in four, which is something I've done before with this, it might be okay to pay the extra $16, but I'd highly recommend going down to $100. Now here's the black one. Now something that's really interesting with the black one is that you're going to notice the black one is usually higher reviewed, and it also for whatever reason more expensive. They're the same exact thing, same exact model. I don't understand why the white one is considered not as good as the black one. I can tell you this: using the white one, I don't really seem to be everything I wanted and more. The white one reason just doesn't seem to give me the same benefit and feeling. As I'm reading the reviews, they're identical just about. Um, but it's interesting to me that see that the black one is higher rated and it's more expensive than the white one, excuse me. But for whatever reason, that's the case. So we're going to continue to go with it. Let's go ahead and go down and read some of the reviews. It looks like the white one does have a few more reviews than the black one. A couple thousand more. Still highly rated, 4+ out of 5 stars, whereas the black one is almost 5 stars in totality. Now this lists some of the similar types of items you can use. This one has always kind of caught my eye. The Siatsu neck and shoulder waist massager with infrared heat and deep kneading rotation. And it's only 46 bucks. I don't know if I'd give that a shot. Particularly, I'm very careful about the neck, but you know, looks pretty good. There are other companies out here that are trying to mimic this device, and it looks like they do a decent job. The reviews are much lower. Now, this one has 6,000 reviews, and it's a little bit cheaper. What I don't know is how much of the wrist it gets here, which is why I go for this one. I do like that it gets the wrist. Often I will have pain in my wrist, and it's very important for me to have an ability to work out my wrist. This be used with just heat. This one said they yes, it can be used for just heat. Is there a difference between the white and black outside the model? Exactly the same massager, except the color is different. Okay. Um, it talks about the pressure between the index and thumb. Really depends on how you do it. The intensity pressure 16 is very strong. Yeah, at first I didn't like the pressure of 16. It was a lot on me. You can see some images of the fingers after what they're going to look like. You are going to see a bit of dots. Pain relief, comfort, performance, quality. These are some of the it looks like popular mentions you're going to find. Now, this person obviously they give it 4 out of 5 reviews, but they said the title of this review says compression feels great. So it takes 10 minutes for it to heat up. You barely feel the vibration. Overall, though, they are happy with the purchase because the pressure feels great. It does help to loosen up the joints in the hand and wrist. That's exactly what I need as someone that experiences pain in their fingers and wrist now, especially for the past week. Now I'm experiencing something that I've never gone through before. So I'm gonna up on screen so you can take a look at me again. You can see that I still have it going on. Um, this hand doing well. Now you can see I work so much with my hand. I have a lot of muscle definition in my hand from years of push-ups, planks, yoga, massage, um, guitar work. Both hands have quite a bit of muscle mass, so it's really easy for me to use my fingers. But sometimes I do use them a little extended. I do a hand exercise where I stretch the fingers back and forth. I do that as one of my guitar warm ups before the warm up. And it's something that's always helped me and served me well. But I noticed with my stiff hands, it's a lot harder for me to do the exercise. I had this on yesterday on both arms, and that was the easiest I've ever done that exercise in about 6 months. So I can tell a difference right away with the dexterity in my hands, the looseness in my fingers, and I can't wait to bring this back to work and use this in between when I'm seeing patients because this is going to really help me feel better. A lot of times, if I'm working on a patient, I'm working on their neck and I'm using my fingers to get into their neck or even stretching them out with my hand and my fingers and pulling them towards me. I might run into some sort of pain issues in my fingers or my wrist, and I might even start experiencing that pain while I'm working on them. And why they're getting up, I might experience it as I end the session with them and throughout the day and the night and the next day. This has done a great job of really helping me avoid all of that. So I'm going to be keeping a close eye on this to make sure that it's not something that I'm missing other than just the typical massage, but it looks like overall I might be going through arthritis and carpal tunnel, and this is helping me brilliantly. I did take this over to doctor to show this to my doctor when I went in for my hypoglycemic episode. So this was something that I wanted to get my doctor's opinion, and they thought it was a good device. They thought it was going to do everything it needed to do. Looked like there's no way it can really hurt me, just kind of help me and assist me with my circulation, my flow. Obviously, I have a very active, hands-on type of I want to say career. So with the ability and the expectation to use your hands as much as I do, you're going to need a really good way to help it recover. So this has been really beneficial for me. I thought about things about similar to like placing your hands in water, warm water, and whatnot. I thought about the messing, making a mess everywhere, cleaning things up, the messiness of it. Excuse me. That's what I was trying to say. Like the video. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe. But I did think about the messiness of everything, and this has really caught my eye. So when I bought it, I expected decent results, but I didn't expect it to help me feel as great as it did. Took me about a day or two to really embrace it and enjoy the results, but they have been fantastic and very very reasonable considering the pain that I was experiencing. Now, I can't say that this is an end all say all fix for anything that's going on within your body and your pain, but for me, this has been really beneficial and something that I really appreciate and really like. So keep in mind that when you're doing this kind of stuff, that it can be very beneficial for you. It can help you out therapeutically, and you can really do a good job with maintaining your control for pain if you're focusing on, I would say, your circulation and blood flow. So keep that in mind when you're doing these things. Let's go ahead and take a look back on the screen and read some more of the reviews on how this is working out. So here's another review, 4 out of 5 stars. They tend to get very annoyed with people that provide reviews with no useful information. Likewise. So let's talk a little about it. They had the Lunix for over a month. They use it every night. They're going to review it, provide information. When they were considering purchasing it, what made a difference? The difference between the Lunix 3 and 7, which is interesting. I actually had considered getting the 7 multiple times, but I keep sticking with the 3. So I do want to hear a little bit about the 7. I am interested in this actual review. Now it says the L7 has a longer timer option and a touchscreen. I can't imagine using this more than 15 minutes, so I don't know if I would need a longer timer, but I am kind of curious about it. Now, the inside opening, about 4 inches, 4 and 5/8 inches wide, 3 and 1/4 inches high. Now, this woman says her husband is 6'4", large hands, very long fingers, no problem putting his hand in the massager. Does a lot of technical assembly work, so he's using his hands constantly. Very sore and achy. That's something I'm experiencing right now for the first time in my life. And they're saying this massager's worked really well for soothing him. Great. Inside fabric is a little stretchy, nylon, polyester, smooth to the touch. I agree with that. Now, the massage is not what you would think of a rubber type massage. It's actually compression release. There's several settings that combine will work for you. The bumps people speak of underneath are the fabric. You are going to feel those bumps, and that's where you're going to apply the compression. They're going to leave dots on your hand, but they're going to go away in a short amount of time. This is a great review. Let's go ahead and do some of this. Now, using a port on your TV or computer takes about 7 hours to charge. Ooh, I didn't know it takes that long to charge. I would say it's probably comparable to what I would estimate the actual charge would be. So yeah, 7 hours would be if from a dead battery on from a computer or TV port. I guess that would be about right. Now they said it seems that takes a bit. They also said they wish it came with an actual plug in the wall and you can use it faster. I'm going to jump back on the screen and talk to you about that. Yeah, I wish that there was a plug in the wall as well, and I'll tell you why. If there was a plug where you can use this and continue to have it plugged in and use it at the same time, that would be great. Fortunately, in my experience, I have not been able to charge it and use it at the same time. I haven't seen any reviews that had said that. Maybe I can ask the question. If you think that's something I should ask, go ahead and leave a comment, and that will be something on the list that I will ask. But for the most part, I haven't really needed that. It's just me using it. I could get my family involved so they can use it as well, but so far it's just me. But yeah, it would be nice to have a plug that you can plug in and charge it faster. Obviously, plugs in the walls can be very beneficial to charging faster. You can get faster chargers. So I use a charger for my Chromebook laptop, and that works very well with this to charge it pretty fast. So let's go ahead and continue on with the review. Let's see. Um, we don't use the heat or the vibration simply because we don't need it, and it will run the battery down faster. I never considered that, but that is probably true that the compression and the heat would run the battery down a bit faster. So that's interesting. It's good to know. I didn't consider that until probably about right now, but it looks like it's a great vibration. It just turned off, so they said if you're elderly or have tiny hands, it would probably be best on the lower settings or with or without the heat and vibration. They say They get a good amount of battery life before they need to charge. They letting it run all the way down, then charge all the way up. So you cannot use it while it's charging. So they recommend letting it die all the way, then charge it. This hand feels great. I'm going to show it to you so you can see. And here we go. I'm back on the screen. And just right here on the wrist, ending right here, you can see the marks, the dots on my hand. It feels great. Now the other hand is almost jealous of it. I can feel the other hand itching to get a chance to experience it. So we're gonna put it on the other hand in about a few minutes. So this hand just got all the massage treatment from it. We're gonna put it on this hand and give it a shot as well for about 15 minutes. I'll probably do that off screen, so you don't have to stay and be here for that. But obviously, you can see the difference. And let's go ahead and compare both hands so you can see. So here's the treated hand, the dots that will go away in about 10-15 minutes. And here's the other hand. And you can see them together. Isn't that pretty cool? So this hand feels great, feels loose, ready to use it. Use my fingers pretty quickly. And this hand can use a little bit of the body work. I'm feeling aches right here, right now, an ache right here, right now, and right here, right now. So when we end the live stream, we'll go ahead and take an opportunity to do the other hand. But I do want to thank you for being here. Like the video. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I really enjoyed talking about this product. Make sure you use my link to get it, and the links in the description is the first link. It's the Amazon code, so you can go here and get it right away. And if you have any questions, again, leave comments. The comments are a way for us to really communicate and talk about any ideas you have or any concerns or things you would like to see or know about in the future. So make sure you take advantage of that, the comment section. And thank you for being here. I really appreciate the opportunity to talk about this with you. We'll be back for the next one in the future. Be well.